Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna read another Kingdom of Marionettes fanfic by Anonymous, where Jestyn is the king. The king is a puppet. You find, easily please. Well, so far you think. Actually, you can't tell. With as many praise and riddles he gives you, you're not quite sure if you're pleased him just yet. He looks for a jester. That's what he told you first. A servant to amuse him in his darkness, and remain forever loyal to his side. Telling you how the kingdom is filled with nothing but liars and traitors. That he needs someone he could trust, and a little plaything to be his fool and look out. Something how this kingdom has not as purpose as it once was, left to ruin long ago. You speculate it was caused by someone. With the way his gaze lowers and his face becomes forlorn. His name is Jestyn, although you don't have a privilege to call him that yet though. For now, it's your majesty or your lord. To be far, any horrific works, or else it would be off with your head, as he says, and you're not exactly eager to find out. The king holds great power beyond your understanding, someone able to move you from place to place with a snap of his fingers. You're not exactly given much to work with, aside from a fret of an axe to your neck if you don't follow him well. You know, most night guards usually just clean and watch the CTV. They don't exactly go around doing ball tricks like how you are right now. Trials he calls them. Trials to prove you're worthy to be by his side. But frankly, you're more concerned with living in their day. And so you try to amuse him, try to remain composed, and as crimson red orbs follow you form and delight in your panic. When you stumble and miss in catching the balls, his sharp grin grows further in a way you don't like. He's seen better entertainers that could bend and contort their body at will, and yet your clumsy hands still fail a task of balancing precision. How disappointing, he murmurs, allowing the words to fill the silence of the fear, but for reasons beyond your knowledge. He's still smiling, as if amused. The trials continue forth, sing a song for him, and you try, even as the notes come from a mouth messy and shrivel. At one point your voice cracks, and instead of an axe, you hear him chuckle. His clumsy little songbird, he says. Next is a dance, then a card trick, and slowly you start to think he just enjoys teasing and humouring you than anything else. For any task he fail, he snickers with affection. When you accede, he smiles, gaze-witted and valiant. By the time you finish with your trial, you look breathless and racing, tired and exhausted from the long night of amusing a puppet that should have been in his room. You can hear it in the way your heart flutters as you try to recollect yourself, and it's a delightful sound to hear your heartbeat. In some way, it made the ache in his own chest lessen. To see you try so hard, all for him. Alas, there is one trial left. You wince when he calls your name, and hear an image that you fear to imagine what sort of command he tells you next. Maybe a flip, or a handstand, or something equally more demanding. He does not. Sit upon his golden throne, his hand extends, beckoning, telling you to come closer. You're sure for a moment, hesitant and cautious to follow the words of a king that friend your neck. But you're still, with little options left, you follow. You stop a polite distance away from him, and he hums, tilting his head closer. He tells you. You do as told, until you're in front of him, close enough that you admire the ornament in his chest, and the crack in his face. Just as you study him, he studies you. His own sharp eyes following the lines of your face, as the calm of face to the calm of your throat. Kneel, he says to you next. His voice is a command, velvet, and it takes great strength for you to swallow your pride and get to your knees. It's embarrassing for one, humiliating in a way that has your cheeks flush and eyes voiding his gaze. He finds to like the look on you. So you squirmish and shy, but he doesn't tolerate your avoidance for long. Your clawed hand moves, and you tense, frozen still, as his hand comes to your chin, raising it so you may look at him. His gaze makes you weak, a fact that isn't lost to him, and only made his fish smile sharpen. Scared, he asks you, and despite your fears, you nod, silent in his gasp. He chuckles again, the sound melodic to your ears, as you begin seeing him in a different light. The king was handsome, undeniably so. His presence an overwhelming pull that tells you to look at him, and as he looks down at you. By then, his grip on your chin lessens, and his treatment is gentle. No more trials, no more tests, only his gentle touch, as his hands place itself and cradle your neck. You find yourself relaxing in his presence, the sight of you slowly succumbing to his touch, and one that graves itself into your mind. You both stay like this for a while, stuck in the quiet present, where you both exist, him above you and you beneath his feet. And you find you didn't mind so much. Before you know it, you find your head guided to rest on his lap. Well, it makes you a bit flustered. Just do so. You follow anyway, unable to do anything else. When his hands assure you do as you're told, his hand rests atop the crown of your head now, caressing to cradle your hair as he watches you. Humans, so soft, fragile. You indulge in the peace, still reeling from tonight's events, until the kingly puppet speaks up once more, his voice quiet and longing. He seems to talk to himself for a while, about a feeling that lingers from both your time well spent. It's one he cannot describe, close to happiness, but not. When you turn your head to look, you find his gaze distant, longing. You see it faintly, but you stay quiet. You continue to listen, well, and soon your king's attention is returned to you. And what have you, songbird? You find yourself in a conversation with him different from the rest. He asks you questions, and you answer. Your last unofficial trial, you think. When he asks you what you do for one you love most, you say anything. A lot of his questions are like that. Even as the world turns against them, you pause. In his presence, nod. You love them, and loving anyone means to care and understand. If they were your lover, you trust that they'll explain themselves to you before that you believe anything the world says about them. Jestyn, as well, Jestyn or well, the king is silent for a moment. Hands still atop your head, and you worry upset at him. Pushed too far, and maybe this is where you die now, unpaid, unfulfilled. His hand leaves you, returning it to grasp your chin and tick to your head. His gaze ravenous and smile sharp. You are perfect. Everything he desired and waited for. Seconds, days, months, years, all coming down to this. You feel something click against your throat. A cold metal weighing heavy. A cold metal weighing heavy. And when your hands panic, you find a collar snapped into place, and you're forced to look at him again. Mine is what he calls you. My servant, my pet, my plaything, my foal, all his. His grip turns tighter now. Bring your face closer to his, close enough to feel his breath waver through your face. He towers over you, in the same way a predator finally corners most prized prey. And as your heart beats and mine races, you're drowned in the red of his gaze as everything turns black. And that was King Jestyn fanfic from Anonymity. If you like my content, please consider subscribing. If you haven't already, comment down below and liking the video. And please give the offer some love. I'll see you guys next time.